This is your news source evening bulletin for today, Thursday, the 19th day of October in the year 2023. I'm Gordon Mosley reporting, and here's what we're tracking tonight. At the ongoing Canada CARICOM Summit in Ottawa, President Irfanali has indicated that the summit provides an opportunity for CARICOM and Canada to discuss important issues and look at ways to improve trade and other relations. In an address at the opening of the summit on Wednesday, the president said while challenges that face the region must be examined, issues related to trade and investment must also be discussed openly and addressed.
Trade forms the core of our development strategy, and our foremost focus lies in enhancing our trade and investment connections with key partners, especially Canada.
The president also said that the Canada CARICOM partnership has been characterized by shared principles of democracy, the rule of law, and the maintenance of peace. Canada has long-standing ties with many CARICOM countries on a wide range of shared priorities, including trade, security, and defense, international assistance, and governance. The summit builds on the work that Canada has been doing to strengthen ties with the region. More than 2 million Canadians travel to CARICOM countries annually, and over 10,000 students from CARICOM study in Canada every year. In 2022, Canada's two-way merchandise trade with CARICOM countries reached $1.8 billion. In 2021, bilateral trade and services reached more than $3.9 billion. Meanwhile, the president also noted that there is much to learn from the CARICOM Canada partnership and relationship. He praised Canada for its support and leadership over the years on regional and global issues, and also noted that CARICOM and Canada must always stand on the right side of justice globally.
Indeed, our concern is not just the development and prosperity of our region and Canada. Our concern is about better conditions for all of humanity. Our concern is about peace for all of humanity. Our concern is about justice, equity. Our concern is about the removal of hate. Our concern is to end war with peace all across the world.
The Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau said Canada will continue to build with the Caribbean. The summit is being held at a time when the world is inflicted with conflicts and wars, from the Russian-Ukraine war in Europe to the Israel-Hamas conflict in the Middle East. Canada has already pledged support for many CARICOM countries. More news coming up in just a moment.
Hi, I'm Andrea King, Miss World Guyana, and your Pinktober Ambassador 2023. Come take a run with me. Now that we've got the route down, I look forward to seeing you on October 29, 6 a.m. right here at Everest Ground as we walk and run for a cause. Remember, we are many hands with caring hearts.
Oh my lord! I just love to shop in this store. My customers, them gonna love all these things. So many different things in one place. Household items, electronics, toys, stationery, confectionery, exercise equipment, shoes and clothes for men, women and children, school things, costume, jewelry, perfume, makeup. Oh, look the makeup!
Giftland Office Max, Guyana's favorite department store.
It's one of your biggest goals, getting your own home, where memories are made, where happiness lives. You may feel that home ownership or renovation is beyond your reach, but we at Republic want you to know that there's always a way. Ask us about our suite of mortgages. Let's help make your housing wishes come true. Or advise on how the equity in your existing home can finance other dreams and goals. Call or go online to learn more.
Bust the flavor. full of flavor, flavors. Bust the flavors that me crave for. We full of flavors. Tell your neighbors about the bust the flavors. Grab a bust the flavors. Yeah, thirst buster. Grab a buster. Bust the flavor, taste the savor. Buster, bust the flavors. Buster, bust the flavors.
Now let's tell you that law enforcement and customs officials here in Guyana are probing the discovery of 8 9mm pistols, a quantity of ammunition, and 11.2 pounds of marijuana in a barrel that was shipped to Guyana from Bronx in New York. A police statement said the discovery was made on Wednesday at the La Parkin shipping bond in Tamari. According to a statement from the police, the items were discovered as customs was examining the contents of a blue barrel that was addressed to a woman in New Amsterdam, Berbice. The barrel was shipped through BL Abrigo Shipping in Brooklyn on behalf of a man from the Bronx in New York. The police said the barrel also contained a quantity of clothing, footwear, 15 bottles of liquor, and other personal items. The 8 9mm pistols with magazines were found stashed in the barrel, with their serial numbers already filed out. The marijuana was found in several bulky parcels, and the ammunition was also found stashed among the personal effects in the barrel. The police said a manager from the shipping company's local office was interviewed and taken into custody for more questioning when she visited the bond to clear the barrel on behalf of the customer. The police said investigations are ongoing. News source understands that efforts are on the way to ascertain the identity and location of the person that the barrel was shipped to in the Berbice area. As the government continues to monitor the movement of Venezuelan troops close to areas near the Guyana border, Second Vice President Barra Jagdeo today accused the opposition of entertaining what he called dangerous notions on the border controversy between Guyana and Venezuela, which he said could lead to a misunderstanding of Guyana's unified position on the controversy. Mr. Jagdeo said while the press conference led by the opposition leader Aubrey Norton sought to address the increasing presence of Venezuelan migrants in Guyana, the panel entertained the notion that there was a willingness on the part of the PP civic government to give up part of Guyana's exclusive economic zone.
They entertained this notion and confused it that somehow that we were going to cede control of our exclusive economic zone, or we agreed to share our exclusive economic zone with Venezuela, and that I had said that we agreed to do this.
Mr. Jagdeo said that for the avoidance of doubt, he would like to make it clear that Guyana, regardless of the government in power, has never budged from its position that the arbitral award of 1899, which settled the border controversy between Guyana and Venezuela, is valid.
Now let me make it clear that no time in our history has any government moved away from our position that there has been a final solution to our borders with Venezuela based on the arbitration that took place in 1899 and the demarcation of our boundaries in 1905. No government in independent Guyana has ever changed that position or has suggested anywhere, locally or internationally, that we have a different view on that matter.
And emphasizing that the country will not cede control of its exclusive economic zone, the Vice President alluded to the fact that the controversy regarding the validity of the arbitral award of the 1899 is currently before the International Court of Justice.
Now, our maritime boundaries, the demarcation of the maritime boundaries that final demarcation will have to await the decision here. But as far as we know, based on our land borders, we know what the maritime boundaries are. And there has been not a single proposal ever to share this with Venezuela, our exclusive economic zone. But the mere fact that they entertained this at the press conference could be viewed from abroad as though we have a difference of views here on these matters.
Jagdeo said the notion was peddled and entertained at a time when Venezuela's government and opposition reached a deal in Barbados about their politics. The ExxonMobil company has submitted its field development plan for the Whiptail project to the Ministry of Natural Resources, according to its president, Alastair Rutledge. At a press conference on Tuesday, Mr. Rutledge said the field development plan was submitted on the 13th of October.
And so that has commenced the process on all the regulatory fronts. As you're aware, we started the process for the environmental permit, in fact, in late 2022. So all the permitting process is now actively engaged, although I would say with the ministry we've been actively engaged before the formal submission, making sure that we were sharing material and development of the concepts ahead of time.
If approved, the Whiptail will be Exxon's sixth development in the Stabroek Block offshore Guyana and is projected to cost more than $13 billion. The Exxon CEO said the project would push the country's production capacity to 1.2 million barrels of oil per day.
When that comes on stream by the end of 27 is the target. That will bring 6 by 2027 and will bring the installed capacity of production facilities in the country to over 1.2 million barrels per day, which is really quite outstanding to think that within 8 years of first production, Guyana could achieve over 1 million barrels of production per day, over 1.2 million barrels per day of production capacity.
ExxonMobil anticipates that it could reach a final investment decision on the Whiptail project by the end of the first quarter next year. Additionally, the ExxonMobil president disclosed that plans are on stream to have the new floating production storage and offloading vessel commence operations later this year as part of the Payara field development project in the Stabroek Block. Rutledge told reporters that the project is well ahead of its original schedule. Initially, the project was earmarked to be completed by mid-2024.
Audits are a routine practice for any business, more so in the international petroleum industry. These audits ensure that the expenses incurred by ExxonMobil are aligned with cost to recoverable expenditures. Guyana has been working to ensure that audits are done in a transparent manner, utilizing international and local expertise.
Life can be unpredictable, and when urgent medical needs arise, you need a place that's efficient, quick, and reliable. Eureka, the trusted household name in healthcare, has extended its services to include an urgent care and pharmacy to better serve you. At Eureka Urgent Care, we understand that time is of the essence, so you can say goodbye to long wait times and stressful emergency rooms. Our team of dedicated professionals is ready to provide quality and patient-centered care Monday to Friday from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. and Saturdays 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Walk-in service or appointments are available. With emphasis on safety and patient satisfaction, our services cater to both our expatriates and local community. Eureka Urgent Care and Pharmacy for expert urgent care and medicine when it matters most. Visit us at 264 Thomas Street, North Cummingsburg, Georgetown.
The government intends to take strong legal action against contractors who fail to honor their contractual agreements and produce quality work. That's according to the Attorney General Anil Nandlal. He made a disclosure on his recent program Issues in the News. Mr. Nandlal said the cabinet has now taken a decision to go after the contractors who are failing to execute their mandate.
These are contractors who are issued with contracts from the government and for whatever reason have been breaching those contracts, causing tremendous delay in the execution and completion of public works across the country, stalling the government's infrastructural development drive.
According to the Attorney General, the Ministry of Finance has been directed to conduct a swift audit to determine who the delinquent contractors are. Once that is determined, that information will be passed on to the Attorney General's chambers, which will first notify the contractors before filing legal proceedings.
We cannot continue to have contractors not discharging their contractual obligations in accordance with the contractual specifications. Government will not tolerate substandard work and breach of contracts from contractors who are paid billions of dollars to discharge their contractual obligations.
The Attorney General said contractors who are performing well and in accordance with their obligations have no reason to worry, but those who are delinquent will have to face legal consequences. The government has been coming under fire from the opposition over the way the contracts are being handed out, and in some cases contractors without any prior experience are being given tens of millions of dollars in government contracts. In addition to that, billions of dollars in government contracts are way behind schedule. In the field of education, the Inter-American Development Bank, the IDB, has announced that it has approved a $90 million loan to contribute to human capital development in Guyana. The loan is designed to expand access to safe and improved learning environments and enhance educational services for vulnerable students across the country. And it's the first individual operation of a conditional credit line for investment projects valued at $150 million. Under the loan, 6 new primary schools are to be constructed, along with upgrades to 19 schools in hinterland regions 1, 7, 8, and 9, by improving physical and digital facilities to meet 21st century standards. The IDB also said the loan seeks to modernize the physical infrastructure of Guyana's schools, which is considered a key driver for improving attendance rates, motivating teachers, and elevating learning outcomes. Under the agreement, there will also be the strengthening of the Ministry of Education's capacity to deliver improved educational services to vulnerable students and those with special education needs and disabilities. There will be the development of a language policy that will guide interventions for indigenous students in the future and an inclusive education policy. The project will benefit more than 8,500 primary education students and their respective communities through its interventions. The newly constructed schools will provide 2,610 new primary education spaces, and at least 7,341 students and 352 teachers from grades 2 to 6 will receive digital devices to support their teaching and learning. Still in the oil and gas sector, Guyana's 2024 Energy Conference and Expo is expected to break new ground with well over 1,200 persons likely to be in attendance, in addition to more than 60 local and international speakers. The conference is built for the Marriott Hotel from the 19th to the 24th of February in 2024. It is now being dubbed Guyana Energy Conference and Supply Chain Expo and will be held under the theme Fueling Transformation and Modernization. Noting that the conference is the largest platform for industry experts, policymakers, general stakeholders, and operators, the Secretariat for the Energy Conference in a statement said it creates a platform for the players in the industry to build their network and gain insights for projects, both public and private, and also provides them with the opportunity to meet with international investors. The organizers said due to the success of the two previous events in 2022 and 2023, the Secretariat has taken a decision to broaden its platform to include a focus on a number of industries for potential investment, such as health, information and communication technology, tourism, manufacturing, agriculture, and mining. It said the Energy Conference and Supply Chain Expo fosters the growth and creation of strategic alliances among companies and industry experts.
Guyana's economy is rapidly transforming, and we're all part of it. Guyana is at the forefront of this development by providing reliable and efficient energy and supporting community development from the very core. 100% of Guyana's profit goes back to building schools, roads, and other important infrastructure that connects our cities and towns, providing fuel to domestic, marine, industrial, and aerial transportation. Guyana has now repositioned itself as a market leader in the petroleum industry, building a better future for all of us.
Sorry.
Jack?
Hey.
Boys, where you going with all that speed?
Yo, today's the 15th. My NIS contributions are due, and I ain't even get the forms as yet.
Hold on. You mean to tell me that you're not aware that all self-employed persons can now make their NIS contributions using the MMG app from the comforts of their homes and offices?
Really? You know, I just pay my bills using MMG, you know?
Yes, Jack, and the thing's simple. All you have to do is open the app, select Pay Bills, Government Services, NIS, and Pay. They will prompt you to enter your NIS number, the month you're paying for, and the amount.
So I don't need to submit any form?
The only time you submit in a form is when you're making a claim.
Wait, I could make a claim too?
Oh no, man, you didn't know that? Yes, all self-employed persons are entitled to all benefits from NIS. Well, except for the industrial benefits. And here's the good part. All of their forms, you can download them from the NIS website.
Well, girl, I'm really glad I bumped into you.
Anyhow, make sure you pay your bills later.
Later? I gotta sit down right here and pay my contributions first.
Take care. For further information, please visit the website at www.nis.org.gy, the National Insurance Scheme Facebook page, or your nearest NIS office.
Food Max Supermarket, located on the ground floor at the Giftland Mall, is your one-stop shop for all your grocery needs. We stock a variety of imported frozen meat and food products, fresh produce, and pet supplies, freshly made bread. Rotisserie chicken and patties are also available daily. Shop in comfort today at Food Max and let our courteous staff assist you in satisfying your shopping needs. Food Max, the fresh food specialist.
It's one of your biggest goals, getting your own home, where memories are made, where happiness lives. You may feel that home ownership or renovation is beyond your reach, but we at Republic want you to know that there's always a way. Ask us about our suite of mortgages. Let's help make your housing wishes come true. Or advise on how the equity in your existing home can finance other dreams and goals. Call or go online to learn more.
Look who's in the mix now. The new Buster Soda Water. 0 calories, 0 sugar, 0 artificial flavors. 100% refreshing. Taste Buster Soda Water today. Buster Soda Water, now available for only $120.
With your regional and international news tonight, I'm Svetlana Marshall in the region. Prime Minister Roosevelt Scarrett returned to Dominica on Thursday as Tropical Storm Tammy strengthened with the possibility of becoming a hurricane by the end of the weekend. Scarrett, the chairman of the 15-member Regional Integration Grouping CARICOM, had been co-chairing the summit of Canada and CARICOM leaders that began in Ottawa on Wednesday. A tropical storm warning is in effect for Dominica, Barbados, and the French islands of Martinique and Guadeloupe. And the Miami-based National Hurricane Center, NHC, said that the storm is strengthening as it approaches the Lesser Antilles. It says that Tammy is about 460 miles east of the Windward Islands with maximum sustained winds of 40 miles per hour, and that additional watches and warning will likely be required later on Thursday. Tammy is moving toward the west near 17 miles per hour, and the NHC said that a turn towards the west-northwest is forecast by tonight, followed by a turn towards the northwest Friday night or Saturday. The government statement quoted the Met Office as saying that Dominica could begin to feel the impact of the storm by Friday, with an increase in showers and thunderstorm activity, which could result in widespread flooding. According to a Guardian media report, Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley has asked Canada to help CARICOM and Trinidad and Tobago to combat crime, with a focus on eradicating the illegal firearms and ammunition trade and bolstering security across the region. Dr. Rowley made the request during the opening of the 3-day Canada-CARICOM Summit in Ottawa, Canada. The Prime Minister was leading a response to Session 3, titled Haiti, Regional Security, when he recounted the horrors associated with illegal firearms and bloodshed to several leaders, including Canada Prime Minister Justin Trudeau. Dr. Rowley said in recent times there has been an explosion in the use of illegal arms and ammunition on a daily basis. According to him, at least 15 people are killed every day in the CARICOM region, with the majority of the murders including the use of firearms. He said illegal firearms in the hands of criminals had worsened the risk to national security. And finally tonight, international news. According to the BBC, hundreds of vehicles carrying aid are waiting to be allowed into Gaza to bring in vital supplies. U.S. President Joe Biden has secured an agreement with Egypt to allow up to 20 lorries to enter the territory. Aid agencies are warning that far more will be needed. UN humanitarian chief Martin Griffith says about 100 lorries a day will be required. Israel has continued to bomb Gaza, and hundreds of thousands of people have fled their homes. The enclave also remains under siege, with Israel blocking supplies of water, electricity, food, and fuel across its border. The most serious escalation in the conflict in decades erupted on October 7 when Hamas launched an attack on Israel, killing more than 1,400 people. More than 3,700 people have been killed in Gaza since then, the health ministry in the territory said. And that's your News Source Evening Bulletin for tonight. I'm Svetlana Marshall reporting and encouraging you to stay safe.